So I did a lot of work with the keyboard input today, and one thing I had to figure out was what the keyboard codes were and how they were interpreted. Um, for example, I don't know if this is interpreted, when I press the A key, you notice there is key code number 65, B is 66, then 67, 68, 69, etc., all the way up to 90 for Z. But I didn't know. I don't know if it's interpreting that as an uppercase A or a lowercase a. So I had to make sure about that. Here's another interesting thing. I hit the 1 key, and that is D1. And the 2 key is D2. Key code 49, 50, 51, all the way up. Now, if I hit the exclamation point, though, it is the same key, right? But I'm holding down left shift when I do it. So it actually does not have a key code for something like exclamation point, so I have to actually parse through that myself and say, okay, when they hit the 1 key, check to see if the left shift is down, and if it, or either shift. I could have right shift as well, right shift down. Check to see if it's, left or right shift is down, and if so, then return an exclamation point, otherwise return a normal number 1. A couple other things to note, like my numlock is currently down, so I hit the 4 key on the number pad and it returns number pad 4. Now this is interesting though, because if I put the number pad off, actually I'm going to turn it on, now I'm holding it down while I'm turning it off, so 144 is numlock. I hit the 4 key there and it says left. But now if I hit the left key on the arrow cluster, that says left. So now numpad on, 4 on the number pad returns numpad 4. The left key on the cluster returns left. So then you have the cluster of like home and page up, page down. So page up, page down there, page up, page down on the numpad. Numlock off, page up, page down on the numpad. So it's returning the same key code. So there's no way to differentiate between those when the number pad or numlock is off. So that's a couple interesting things to note there. Another interesting thing here, OEM minus. This is right next to the 0 key above the P. OEM plus, shift, OEM plus would return an equals. Shift OEM minus would return an underscore, which is different from the plus and minus near the number pad. The number pad plus is add, the number pad minus is subtract, and then there's multiply and divide. Whereas, like if I do shift 8, shift D8, which is the same, it's an asterisk, it returns an asterisk, but it's different from the multiply or divide on the number pad. You have enter here on the number pad, return, or enter on the main keyboard, same key code, 13. So these things are interesting to note, and I had to write a nifty little part of my UI today to figure this stuff out so I knew exactly what to parse. We got F1 through F12 there, 123. It actually has key codes all the way up to F24, so, but Shift F1, Alt F1, all of these keyboard states need to be passed to the main program, but also process things in the UI, and just all of these little bits of information need to be known. Like when you're processing a text box and you're typing in a text box, is my caps lock on or off? If it's on and shift is down, then it returns a lowercase. So all of these different contingencies need to be appropriately handled, and luckily I have a lot of that code already done from when I made the UI 4 years ago. So I just need to adapt it to the new key codes for DirectX 11 and XNA, because the key codes don't necessarily match up. So I have them all mapped out. Now I just need to go through my processing code and rematch the old numeric values to the appropriate enumerated values. So that's what I got for you today, and I think I'm done.